Please turn your sound on to hear full explanations of our answers. Thank you. Now the question is, how do I start Forex trading? And the answer that I have for you, if you're a beginner, is learn a little and trade a little. Now what do I mean by this? First of all, to learn. Traders are always learning. Even the biggest, best hotshot traders, what they call the big swinging dick traders, who have been doing this for 20 years and have been profitable for most of that time, even they are still learning. So Forex is about learning. I mean, obviously you may do a little bit more learning in the beginning, but you'll always be learning no matter what. And that actually makes it fun. Just gathering all this knowledge and then using it to make money with is quite incredible. So you're always going to be learning. To start learning, I want to recommend, you're going to have to learn, you're going to have to read a lot of books. Yes, now there are videos and stuff, but a lot of it is still in book form. And that is really still the best way to internalize this information. Let me recommend you some books. One book is a classic. It's almost 100 years old now, but it has some of the real central themes of Forex that cannot be denied. So look out for this book. It's called Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, okay? And it's by a guy called Edwin Lefebvre. It's like a French name, French sounding name. Another good book, which and that book is a story of a guy who kind of became profitable, and he had all these different problems and he overcame them, and it's all about what traders go through. So really good. Another good book is Market Wizards and the New Market Wizards, and they're by a guy called Jack D. Schwager. Okay, New Market Wizards and New Market Wizards. These are interviews with some of the top traders. Now these books are like, I think they're about 15 years old, maybe nearly 20 years old. Again, it doesn't matter. Read these books. It's got some real big hotshot traders in there. I think it has George Soros in there. It definitely has Jim Rogers in there, Marty Schwartz, a lot of big traders. Read these books. They're really good, and they're interview format, so you're going to enjoy them a lot. Check those books out. Read forums. Get your hands on any information that you can around the internet. Learn as much as possible, and it's all going to make you a better trader, okay? And you need to learn a lot, especially when you're starting out. Now, the other thing is to trade a little. Now, you might think, well, I better learn for 2 years before I even make my first trade. That's wrong, right? For two reasons, okay? First of all, you can paper trade, which is trading with not real money. You know, you can use a demo account that kind of gives you $1 million fake dollars, right? You can do that, but let me tell you something. You won't learn anything by doing that, okay? And the reason is because it's not real money, and you know that it's not real money, and therefore your decision-making you're trading with no fear at all. Now, as soon as you trade, even you put $100 in your account, and you trade something like, you know, so let's say like 100 pips, okay? That's a big move. That rarely happens in a single day. But let's say there's a 100 pip movement in a currency pair, then you lose like, I don't know, $10 or $5, okay? So you're really you're not exactly risking your house or your mortgage or anything like that. So if you trade small, if you trade what we call micro lots, you know what? It's still real money. Even though it's tiny, it's still real money, and you still don't want to lose that money. And therefore, your trading then starts to become affected by your emotions. And you see, the whole goal of trading is to eventually have a system. You may have heard this. Why do people talk about systems? Because a system is a way of trying to get rid of all that emotions in your head that's kind of screwing up your decisions and getting you to boil down your decisions to simple logic, to say if X and Y happen, then I'm going to do Z, okay? And that is why people want to have systems. The whole point is to strip emotions out of your trading decisions and to leave only only logic in there. And when you trade a little, you first start to feel the tug of war, the fight, the battle between emotions and logic. And that's very important, because what you do is, you know, you trade a little, and when you get comfortable, when you learn to conquer that through your knowledge and through your experience, then you raise it. You know, you maybe double the amount that you're putting down, but you slowly raise it over time until eventually, when you're good, you know, you could be trading thousands at a time. Of course, that's not going to happen overnight. But it could happen eventually if you do it properly, if you keep learning, and if you listen to your emotions and you use logic and you don't let your emotions you don't get carried away and let emotions dominate your decision making, because a lot of people, even though they know, they don't have the self-discipline to actually ignore their emotions. Emotions are always going to be there, but you've got to learn how to ignore them at the right times. So that's how you get started Forex trading. It's a big world, and really, you're at the beginning. I want you to be serious about it and to really get into it, because if you do it right, it's going to reward you handsomely. Now, it's the end of my video, but I just want to say before I go, for best results, if you want to become that kind of trader that I was describing just now, the logical based, decision making based trader who makes consistent profits, who doesn't get too greedy or too fearful, because fear can actually stop you making as much money as you should. And when that happens, your losses outweigh your gains. So if you want to be a good trader, the best type of trader, then I really want to recommend you a link below. Please click on the link in the description box below. That is a resource. That resource has been created by one of the biggest traders in the world, and he actually also teaches many beginner to intermediate traders, a lot of whom have made a lot of bad mistakes in their past. He shows them how to use a very flexible and adaptable system that they can then suit to their own requirements, to suit them, which is what all traders do. All traders have their own way of working. They don't just copy somebody else. This guy will kind of show you how to do that, and it will help you to become profitable and consistent, and to banish your emotions from your trading logic. So please click the link in the description box below. You're going to love it. You're going to be blown away by it. It's really good. And I'll see you soon in my next video. Take care.